Now in this video, I'll give you a full video review of the Nokia 7.2 and I'll answer every single questions of you guys when you ask me during my first impressions video, so keep watching. Hey, what's up guys, Adam Lobo here and you're watching Adam Lobo TV. If you guys are new, hello and welcome. Do consider subscribing to my channel as I release videos at least twice a week. And if you're returning as a subscriber, welcome back my friends. Let's hang out. Now since I've done the unboxing during my first impressions video previously, so let's jump into the specs. Now the Nokia 7.2 comes with a Snapdragon 660 chipset with the Adreno 512 GPU. In Malaysia, it comes with a single variant of 6 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage. It comes shipped with Android 9 Pie with the stock Android 1. Ooh yes! Which means that this is ready for Android 10 that is coming, and rumor has it by the end of this year. And in case you guys do not know that Nokia smartphones are always one of the earliest to receive OS upgrades, with the first being the Nokia 8.1 which has received an update in early October. Now going into the color finishes, it comes with 3 colors for you guys to choose from. The one which I have is called the cyan green, and then there's also charcoal. And as mentioned in my first impressions video that the ice color will be here in Malaysia by the end of November, so stay tuned for that. Now looking at the design and build, I love the matte finish and how sleek the phone is. When I use my phone as my daily driver, people around me couldn't believe that this was a Nokia phone and was in awe with the matte finish which goes all the way to the sides of the phone. So yes, I have to give it up to Nokia for not trying to be in a rat race with other Android phones out there by having a shiny, glossy or even gradient backs. Now the screen in front is made of Corning Gorilla Glass 3, and then at the back there is a medium-sized camera bump which I thought would wobble if I tapped the phone on the table, but that was not the case, so that's great. Now the 3 camera lenses are placed in the middle in a circular form instead of vertical or horizontal, and the phone comes with a physical fingerprint sensor at the back. Now as for the phone spots and buttons, looking down below there is the USB-C port with a single mono firing speaker. Then there is a dual SIM card and the micro SD card slot on the left, which means that you can have SIM 1 and SIM 2. That will be useful for people who have 2 numbers and does not want to carry 2 phones, which a lot of phones out right now doesn't have. Now this micro SD card slot can support up to 512 gigs of storage, and then there's also a Google Assistant button right there, which means that you can easily make phone calls or even perform actions using this button. Then you'll find the power button and the volume rockers on the right. And speaking of the power button, there's also a nice pulsating light on the power button when you get a notification, which was super cool. And on top there is the headphones jack. Thank you Nokia for keeping it. Now as for the phone screen, it has a 6.3-inch IPS LCD screen, which to be completely honest, the display was nice and bright and vibrant at the same time, which I love, especially since it has the HDR pure display technology, so that is great. But yes, there is the dewdrop notch on top. And then the phone comes with a screen resolution of 1080 by 2280 pixels, and viewing videos on YouTube and Netflix, as you guys can see, looks great. And yes, you can watch HDR content on Netflix, and that answers your question, Rough Edge TV. Now as for the phone's camera specs, there are 3 cameras with a Zeiss lens built in with a huge 48 megapixel f1.8 aperture lens and 8 megapixel 13mm ultra wide angle lens with a f2.2 aperture and a 5 megapixel depth sensor. Now pictures on the phone were amazing as expected, like other Nokia phones that I've reviewed, where you can surely see the great dynamic range, and it gives the overall images not to be overly saturated or even overly sharpened. Now the portrait mode for the phone was also nice, both when taking pictures of a person or even objects, where some phones tend to only do better with either, so it is great that the phone is good for both situations, with a superb age detection and background blur. Then the wide angle lens was also great, where the 13mm range had no distortion at the sides of the image. Then as for the night shots, there is a dedicated night mode for the phone, which is a welcome feature, and I love the consistency of the image quality between the night mode using the wide and also the main lens, although there is a difference in the aperture value. Then looking at the front camera, it comes with a 20 megapixel f2.0 aperture, and the pictures also look nice for the regular and the portrait mode again, with a way nicer background blur, and I found that the pictures had a more natural look as well. Now as for video, the rear camera records up to UHD 4K 2160 up to 30 frames per second, where the video quality looked nice and the image stabilization was decent at 4K video recording, but it was really gimbal-like when it was recorded in 1080p, where as you guys can see the footage was super stable. Then as for the front camera, it records up to 1080p up to 30 frames per second with great stabilization. So yes, this phone is one of the few phones which has great front stabilization for video, so it is great for vlogs. And let's check out the audio recording quality. Alright, this is the front camera to test the video stabilization and also the audio for the Nokia 7.2. So let me know what you guys think at the comment section below. So there's your in-depth camera review, Cyromancer and Azhar Local. Now as for the phone speakers, the speakers did sound great, although it is a mono firing speaker. The overall clarity came mainly from the mids when I listened to music, and here's a quick sound test. Now as for the phone's software, it is shipped with Android 9 Pie with stock Android 1. Yep, stock Android as always. Now there were a lot of people mentioning about why it uses a Snapdragon 660 chipset instead of a 710 or higher. Well, when I used the phone as my daily driver, I had no problems whatsoever, since the stock Android experience made multitasking experience super smooth and nice, so no complaints over there. And the good news is that Android 10 will be coming within this year, so that's super good news. Oh, there's this comment that I saw by John Ang Teach, who said that the call volume was low and was not audible. Well, I have to disagree on that because I had no issues when I used the phone for more than 2 weeks now, so maybe you should return your phone, yeah? Now as for the phone's battery, it comes with 3500 mAh of battery, and based on my test using the phone as my daily driver with automatic brightness turned on, I got a total of 5 hours and 8 minutes off screen usage at 7% battery, so again, size does matter over here. Now as for gaming, playing games like Asphalt 9 and PUBG was great with absolutely no heating issues, and playing PUBG was smoother at medium settings. Now in conclusion, the Nokia 7.2 is a great mid-range phone to get with the leading security software updates, and the phone's biggest strength has to be its software experience and a great camera as well. So if those two matters to you, then you should consider getting this phone. Because yes, we are getting to see more of the legend return, which makes a tech lover like me very eager to see what's next. So there's your answer, second one Zone, Faizul and Morpheus. Then looking at the price here in Malaysia, the Nokia 7.2 is going for 1,299 ringgit, and I'll leave a link down below for you guys to get one. And as for your answer is me, Yahya, I'll leave all the info on the after sale services, the warranty and the parts down at the description below as well. Alright guys, with this, do let me know what you guys think of the Nokia 7.2 down at the comment section below. Would you guys get it? Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a nice big thumbs up. Like, share and subscribe to Adam Lobo TV if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit the bell icon just next to it to get notified for my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is Adam Lobo, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.